Hello, Johnny. He lost his time. Hope everybody's having a good day. It has been crazy hot here, but I was in a relatively comfortable office, although I did need my fan a little bit. It was getting a little hot towards the end of the day. And very, very hot coming home. Holy moly. Sun's blazing right now. So we are back with Final Fantasy V. We were $989 into our $1,500 total goal for the year. I would say it's extremely light. Well, if we get to when we get to the end of this game, we'll be at 1K, or at least, well, $999 with the $10. So any donation plus finishing this game will be at 1,000. Today's going to be a little bit more chill. We're going to do a little bit of story progress until we get our airship, and then we're going to be grinding for a bit. I'll be right back. I'm going to get myself a drink and a snack, and then we'll get started. All right, I'm pretty much good to go. We're just going to get started here. So we do have the fourth Berserker. There are still incentives available for banning chemists and then defeating Omega and Shinryu, as well as picking the soundtrack. We were just shy of 57 hours too. All right, we are going to just kind of like just cook along until we get to next stop. Once we get our airship, that's when we'll kind of like slow down. So we're not going to do anything side for now. We're just going to go get the airship. And then we got to make a few stops, and then we'll start grinding. We'll try to get a death psych for Ferris too. Well, it was nice having the ship for a very brief moment. All right, I got a piano to play. I appreciate that the bard just stops everything he's doing to listen to us. Bye, sir. We'll check everything out as we go here. Yeah, we got all that stuff. Most of this stuff we don't really need. We'll probably use a ranger later. Early on, though, like, want to get that leather helm off him. All right, let's somehow the explosion of Karnak sent crystal shards all the way here, and apparently chocobos like to eat them for some reason. Not really sure why. Now, technically, we could go to Licks now and get the items and start the grind, but it's just nice having the airship to do it. All right, we got to go to the Desert of Shifting Sand. Set up her jobs. We're kind of stuck with a Berserker. Paris is going to make this next piece kind of amusing, but what else can we do here? Let's do... So we got some fun ones here. I don't know if we have a bow. We don't. We just have a knife. Okay. I'll go with Monk for a bit. I usually use Monk a lot. Just because, like, in World 1, they're just really good. All right, we are going to have to fight Sandworm. Does anybody have... Yeah, she does. Okay, we're good. The legendary sand bear. Oh yeah, if you use magic on the sandworm, you'll be sorry. Good luck. Here it goes. So that's not really true. The problem is you don't want to use AoE magic. Oops. Okay. All that time spent on the first hole probably what helped us out quite a bit. All right, we're going to kind of walk out the starting area here. We do have Alpha Breath. Aqua Breath is really expensive, but it does like ×8 against desert enemies, and the bears count. Oops. All right, there we go. Now you can fight Dorm Chimeras in that desert, so you have to be kind of careful. Yeah, let's very briefly, let's blue beige. See if we can get another bomb here. Well, he missed on the explode, so let's see if we actually get it. We did not get it because it missed. It's very silly. Well, that's not exactly what the plan was, but all right. Moderately good chance we'll get it this time. There's their self-destruct. I didn't bother with healing or anything because I know there's going to be a free in up here. Hmm. All right, all the way to the other side of the world. Probably get out of here. This is one of those things where it's just like, it's awfully convenient. Let's quickly do this. Not puzzle per se. Confused Chocobo. All right, now that we've had this interaction of convenience. I forgot to. Oops. Do you want to do that? Let's do that. All right, we got a little cutscene, and then we'll have our airship finally. All right. Put Galuf back as a ninja with black magic. Kind of want to level Mystic Knight for a bit. All right, we got a couple stops to make along the way here. We're gonna go to Licks first. This house. I appreciate the detail. Like there's like a little candle on the desk that's actually animated. Alrighty. All right, we're going to this shop here. And I think it's the first one. Yes. Pretty much all we need for the next little while. Thankfully, we get a free in here. This is one of those things that you can completely miss this. You don't stay at the end. All right, next up is a little town called Istri. All right, those dragons are, I think they're basically the best thing to level up on, but we're not going to fight here because it's a little slow. Oops. I did it again. That wasn't exactly effort, but it was a fire spell. Alrighty. We now have a bit of a grind. It's a pretty much a combination everything grind. We'll start with the jobs we want to master first. Mystic Knight, I'm going to level a bit. Black Mage, no. Let's do Geomancer for a bit. And then we'll do Learn on you. I don't think anyone else has Learn, right? Oh, she does too. Learn. And we're just going to be kind of like on autopilot for the next while. This is one of the few times where I'm actually tempted to use boosts. Only because it just saves time. It doesn't do, that's about all it does. You can grind here for, like, usually if I'm here for like an hour. So each scroll is what cost us 200, and we're getting almost 900 per fight here. But we're going to be here for a while. But I did figure I needed something to talk about. So I'm going to talk about some of the incentives and how I think they're going to go. I'm going to get up my incentive list here. So the incentives are available on the donation page, on my Extra Life page. There are a lot of them. But let's go through some of them and whether or not they're completed or not. So we've got, what do we have? We have Final Fantasy Tactics. There's only one incentive on Tactics, which is a $5 incentive to complete the Deep Dungeon, which is basically the end game dungeon. It's the one bonus area. So Tactics is going to be kind of a full playthrough. Probably doing as basically everything as much as we can, especially considering we'll be playing Ivalice Chronicles version. I haven't done the Deep Dungeon in quite a while. I've only completed it maybe 2 or 3 times. Usually if I play Tactics, I don't bother. But it should be fun. It'll be interesting if they did anything different with it. But I think they're going to mostly keep everything kind of intact the way it is. I'm hoping maybe they add a little bit more backstory to Elidibus. And then we've got Final Fantasy 12, Vibra no Bangle, which basically means that I don't have the ability to see enemy health, and I also don't have the ability to see traps. If we were playing Zodiac Age version, I don't think that would be an issue. But a lot of the stuff has changed from the OG, and I haven't played the OG in a long time. So, yeah, I don't really remember where most of the traps are. In fact, I would not be surprised if we get some wipes doing that. We also have a couple soundtrack incentives. One for this game, there's one for FF6. There's actually two for FF6. One is for the music that we play through the game, and then one is specifically for the opera, because we're going to be playing the Pixel Remaster version of 6 too. All right, and then what else do we have coming up? FF4 we already did. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest no repeat brown chests. It basically means that all of the repeatable chests I can only grab once, which isn't a big deal. I did that last time I played it, and it's not really an issue. Eventually you get shops that sell everything. We have Final Fantasy VIII all final weapons, which is basically the fully upgraded weapon for all characters. I usually don't do all of them. I'll usually do maybe 3. I usually do Lionheart, Quistis's whip, usually, and then sometimes Irvine's gun. I just find that I always my main target is getting Lionheart for Squall, and then I just usually happen to have the items to do Quistis's. Without actually kind of trying, I just kind of have it. We got Final Fantasy IX all blue magic. That's going to probably require me trying to remember where everything is. I'm probably going to use a guide to track all those down. I remember where most of it is. It's just it's likely I'll probably forget 1 or 2 spells entirely. We're not necessarily where to get them, which one they are. And then we've got FF8 defeat Omega weapon. I think that'll be a fun one because I have no requirements on cards. So when I get to disc 4, I'm probably just going to refine every card into items and just kind of have a hoot with the last chapter of the game. Just do whatever I want with it. Then we have 2 for this game. We've got Omega and Shinryu. Each one is $5. A $5 donation to Sick Kids Hospital will get you either of those. Neither of them I think is going to be particularly difficult just because I don't have any job limitations. Omega I can just use 2 bards and I'll have Spellblade. I just lock him down with Romeo and just nuke him. Shinryu shouldn't be too bad. I mean, at worst, I just use guard. We've used about 35. We got Mystic Quest HP bars instead of numbers. I am only used to numbers. I have never played Mystic Quest using bars, and I'm not a really good judge of that, so that will likely just result in maybe a death or 2 where I'm just not paying attention to my health at all, because I think I have more than I actually do. Then we got FF9 window color selection, preferably blue. That doesn't really impact anything, it's just blue. And we've got FF8 all blue magic. That's going to be fun. That's actually been completed, so we will be doing that one. I have to get Shockwave Pulsar. which will be kind of an adventure in itself. Oops. Gotta use my mouse for this here. We've got FF8, no encounter half or encounter none. So we're not going to be able to blaze through the game. We're actually going to have to fight stuff. Not particularly difficult, but will probably end up being higher level. We have FF6 all blue magic. That's already been done. So that will be a next game. A lot of the time that just turns into taking Strago and a party into a fight with Dark Forces. Because Dark Forces, with their AI script, they can do essentially almost every blue magic. There's one, I think there's two maybe that they don't do. And it's an easy way to get some of the more bizarre ones. All right. Ferris is already halfway to mastering Berserker. What else do we have on the list? Final Fantasy 6 no Moogle Charm, which has been done. So because we're playing all bosses, all espers, we're gonna have to do Magi Master. So I have to climb the tower with no Moogle Charm, which isn't really difficult. It just means that we actually just have to do it. But it also means I won't be able to just really quickly zip up and do it, because normally I kind of cheap out on it. Go up there really early. Because usually White Dragon is the first dragon I fight, because I just Moogle Charm my way up and just kill it. We have Final Fantasy X, Sphere Grid and Customize at save points only. That's not going to be hard so much as I just need to like get used to not constantly doing it. Because when I play FF10, every like I gain one sphere level, I quickly jump in and do it. So this is actually going to make me like probably play the game a little faster. What level are we at? 23. Okay. We'll do a little bit more. And then we have Final Fantasy 9, all Chocographs and Ozma. That's already been claimed. That just means FF9 is going to be a long run. It's going to be a lot of Chocobo Hot Cold. And we're playing it on PS1, so we're not going to have the speed up. So we'll have to do Chocobo Hot and Cold the old-fashioned way. All right, let's go see if we can get ourselves... where is it here? I think it's this island here, isn't it? We're going to try to get a Death Scythe here. Mhm. Well, we got another more incentives that we finished off and or have left. We have Mystic Quest, fair final fight, no cure exploit, which we have to do. That makes it so that that boss isn't just an instant gimme. We have one available here for FF5 for ban chemists. That mostly is not an issue. Hey, there's our death sickle. Uh, 36 left. Let's keep going until Galif and Lena at least get another job level. And then we had an incentive for Final Fantasy Chen choose Sphere Grid. That's been claimed. We were doing expert. Hey, we got a master job. Yay. Let's switch her to Ranger for now. We have an incentive, $20. That one's still left for choosing the opera language in FF6. If nobody picks that, we will just default to English. And then we have picked up incentives for all of the Final Fantasy 15 DLC with the exception of Comrades. We're not doing Comrades. Gladio's DLC, I'm not really a big fan. Story-wise, I like it, but I just don't like the DLC. Prompto's DLC, I like the final boss, even though it's a pushover. Yeah, I just find the boss fun. Ignis's DLC is like really good. The music's amazing. I feel like it actually brings something to the game. And Arden's DLC is I think they should have done something different with it. It's not bad. Like the DLC itself is fun. It's just not my thing, but we'll do it anyway. We're not going to do completion of any of them either. We're just going to complete the story. We also have all hunts for 15. That's going to be fun. Because I don't think I've ever done that. I don't remember ever doing all hunts. All right, so we're going to go back to Licks and get a variety of scrolls. We have half price potions. And half-price ethers. Now, I could save up and buy some rings. Or it could just be that guy that just buys a bunch of rods. All right, let's continue on with the story now. I'm not sure how an earthquake would make the ship shake. All right, back to catapult. No, lucky 7 time. All right, so we have. Oh my gosh, excuse me. We need to go get adamantite. Let's do parts. Let's get him back to blue bashing now. Actually, yes. Blue mage. It's a good thing you remembered how to do it. And that's one adamant is dead. This is how all the SIDS appear in all the other games. They just replicate here. And then they get just traveled to another dimension. All right. I'll learn. You'll be a blue mage with throw so that he has learn. Let's pound back some potions here. Can you guys pick someone that knows how to learn magic? All right. All right, there's our two black magic, or two blue magics that we wanted to learn here. Make her that with that again. We're going to end this relatively quickly. One easy soul cannon. All right, we'll keep Lena like that until she learns the next level, and then she'll switch to white. Let's put him back on ninja. All right, put her back on that. Trying to menu too fast. There we go. Oops, didn't mean to do that. There's White Wind, which we'll actually use. Oops. I think it does arrow too. Let's kill it. Good job, Ferris. Oops. She didn't have anything. All right. All right, let's scroll through and finish off this incentive list while we get through the Ronkin ruins here. All right, so we had FF15 all hunts. That's going to be a quest, but it should be fun. I can never remember. Yeah, it's this way. We also have FF16 all hunts, which has been claimed. That was claimed by my cousin of all people. That means that we're going to have to do some of the side quests to do it. But not everything. Oops. I think I ran the wrong way. I don't like the looks of having a level 5 guy on here. Okay, let's give him those. I never noticed until now Lamias actually have like a little sword, a little knife in their hand. Never caught that before. Don't really have an interest fighting a Hydra. We'll just be noping out of that fight. It's like the game knows I'm about to fight a boss. It's like the next thing I'm doing. See if I remember this. I think this is wind now. All right, lightning actually is the one thing that hurts. Can't remember if it was Deathclaw that works. Or was it level 5 death that works? Yeah, that's it. One of every drink. Hey, Retro, what's shaking? We did our little bit of a mini grind. And we just did Archeo Avis. We're playing Final Fantasy V with a Forced Berserker. But that's right now, that's the only restriction. So the part that I'm confused about in this cutscene is the meteor comes down. We know we're on the floating island, right? Like we're on a floating ruins, so we're flying. Kryl is here, but the meteor is on the ground. So my guess is The meteor crashed into the ruins, glanced off. Kryle jumped out of the meteor just as it hit, and then it fell down to Earth. Doing good things, kind of a lazy day for you, didn't get much done. You're on vacation though, aren't you? Isn't that's kind of the point of vacation? Yeah, I have a short 3-day vacation for the long weekend here. We got a long weekend this coming weekend. So my partner and I are going up north. We're going to visit my parents for 2 days. We're going to meet my dad. There's a city kind of in between my hometown and where I live. So we're going to meet him there, do whatever puttering around and errands he needs to do in the city. Then we're going up. And then on Sunday, my partner and I are going on a 3-hour cruise out on the water. Mom and Dad won't be coming for that. It'll just be kind of like a date afternoon date out on the water. It's supposed to be really nice outside. You didn't get everything done in your to-do list? Oh no. That's what tomorrow's for. What did you do then? If you did, I mean, I was at work. I don't know if you were streaming earlier. I know you've been playing Pokemon, but I was actually at the office today, so I couldn't watch. I'll usually lurk in your stream if I happen to be working from home. Now we're going to lose Gala for a little while here. We're done with her grinding. We just have a couple bosses we have to fight. You were up at 4 this morning, played Pokemon most of the morning. The game was super fun, but the more you play it, the fun factor is slowly going away. I decided to put the game on hold for a while. Purchased Warcraft Remastered of 1, 2, 3 last night. Couldn't wait to try it. Nice. Yeah, I've tried to play Pokemon a little bit. When I dated someone that was into Pokemon a long time ago, and that was back, I think it was Pokemon White and Black. And I tried, but I'm just like, it's just not doing it for me. I gave it a shot. Warcraft 1, 2, and 3 are my jam, though. I grew up with that stuff. Although, when it came to RTS stuff, I played a lot more Command and Conquer than Warcraft. But I've played 1, 2, and 3. I played the campaigns at least. It's time for us to get the hell out of here. Yeah, out of 1, 2, and 3, I think Warcraft 3 is probably the one I like the most. But that series is definitely a series where you can see where they learned and grew. I remember playing 1 when it was relatively new. Warcraft and Age of Empires. Yeah, I never got into Age of Empires. I had friends that played it. Remember playing Warcraft 1 before going to work during your summers? Wake up super early, get some gaming done. My dad would tell me that I should head to work. You're going to be late. Yeah. I didn't get up early. There were days where I would be in my room and mom and dad, I'd just be kind of quiet in my room until mom and dad went to bed. And then it'd be like, I can probably sneak into the computer room and turn the computer on without them waking up. And I'd play until like 2 in the morning, and then it's like I really need to, like, okay, now I'm tired, I'll go to sleep. God help me if my dad woke up though. Oh man, I would catch hell. It was even worse. I had met. I'd been hanging out with friends of mine, and I had a lot of friends on like IRC channels and stuff like that. And I had moved back up north. And what am I going to do here? He'll do black. No. How am I going to do this? We have time here. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. But yeah, like, so we had one phone line. So where I lived, we didn't have broadband internet. All we had was dial-up. And I mean, when I say we had dial-up, I mean we had like 14.4 dial-up. And we had one phone line, and I'd be gaming in the evening. I would be talking to my friends IRC, stuff like that. Mom and dad would go to work or go to bed, and I would be up until the wee hours of the night. I remember I would be downloading Japanese PS1 games over 14.4 dial-up, and I'd be downloading like zip files or RAR files. I think maybe they're probably RAR files, one at a time on 14.4 dial-up. And my dad would wake up at like 4 in the morning, and he would see the little red light on the phone because I was still connected, and he'd lose his crap like every time. Dial-up for the days, yeah. Kids these days don't know what they had to deal with. What am I gonna do here? I'm gonna do. I'll do Thunder Rod. They're gonna mute everybody. All right, I can't remember which boss is which. Gonna get gaming? Not a problem. You enjoy. I'm actually not gonna game too late today. Normally I stream for 3 hours at a time, but I'm trying to kind of be careful. Oh, wait. Wait, what am I supposed to do now? I can't remember. I got losted. All right, we did that. Can't remember. Was it the library I'm supposed to go to? Or is this where the note is? Yeah, there it is. That's right. I almost forgot. Forgot one step. Oops. All right. Now we have to go to the other meteors. All right. We'll start with the waltz meteor. So one of them, they go in, they come out, and then the monster appears. One, they go in, they don't come out. Oh, yes, it's this one. Easy. All right, that's one down. So the remaining ones, one they come out and say, oh, there's a monster inside, and the other one they don't show up. All right, so this is, God, there's a monster inside. Hmm. HP, only HP that matters is the last one. All right, so we go down here. Let Ferris at least do something. Everything's flowing to one place. All right, one last shopping trip. This will be our last chance to buy rods until much later. We'll keep those. All right. Of all of, let's see, what are we going to be fighting in the next world? Is there a preference? We got Exdeath, Atomos, Gilgamesh, Guardians. A Tyrannosaur. Oh, the plant. I keep forgetting the World 2 is really short. Did I forget anything? Nothing here. Oh, right. I almost forgot. So this is our basically our AoE stop. There's a toad spell just for us. And then we got this town that nobody really cares about all that much. But there is a piano. All right. That is part one. All right. And with that, we're through world one. We're into the next section. Gallup's world is still physically large, but it's not as big of a world. You don't think they're in Kansas anymore? No. They're kind of like Oz-ish. Yeah, like it kind of sucks that they have the world map, admittedly, because it just like I kind of I like the idea of like being thrown in a place and you're like, I don't know where I am, right? I think there should have been a world map for each world, so like when you get here, you don't have a map at all. You have no idea what you're doing. That's how I would have liked it. But we are going to wrap it up for today. I was going to do a longer kind of stream, but I've got some stuff I need to get done tonight. My goal is that we get FF5 done before I go on my trip on Saturday morning. I'm pretty sure next stream we'll be able to kind of blast World 2 out, this entire non-Kansas. And then probably 2 streams to finish it. FF5 is really not that long, and I don't really, if I don't have to do Omega and Shinryu, if I have to do Omega or Shinryu or both, then we might not get it done before I leave. I should be back tomorrow, 5:30 Eastern time. Normally I wasn't going to stream tomorrow, but because I want to get the game done before my trip, I'm going to try to do every day until I get the game done, as far as Friday anyway. They might not be 3-hour streams, they might be a little bit shorter, but I want to make sure that I can try to get this done if I can. If you're enjoying the content, please make sure you drop a follow. If you're watching this on the VODs on YouTube, hit a like, hit subscribe, all that stuff you're supposed to do on YouTube to show support. Please do. It's always greatly appreciated. We are going to go raid Retro, who is currently playing Warcraft Orcs and Humans, which is always a good game. Who doesn't like Orcs and Humans? But yeah, we will be back tomorrow, 5:30 for a couple hours. We'll see if maybe we can blast through this world and kind of make some progress. Hope everyone has an awesome night. Take it easy. Bye.